Hello there, and welcome back to another wash video. This video is more of a general wash. I try and make it so that my videos are more accessible to the general public. They're not the type of video that are going to give you the ins and outs of a complete detail, but enough to have your vehicle washed in a good manner that is definitely better than taking it down to your local Swirl mark car wash. So this is just a maintenance wash really. It's the middle of the winter here in the UK. The roads are disgustingly grimy. There's salt all over the roads. There's snow occasionally. Dirty rain. The dirty water that gets kicked up from other vehicles when you're following them, as the roads do like to stay very wet over the winter period. So the car's just disgusting, to be quite honest with you. It's covered in grit and salt and nasty dirt, as you can see. I also got stuck in the snow recently, which didn't help. So we've had some snow, but yeah, the car's in just a nasty situation, to be honest with you. I am sorry this video has taken so long. I did say I was going to do more of these videos more regularly, but life got in the way, and I did end up moving house recently. So new location for the videos, which is always a good thing, of course, because I now have a driveway, so any future videos should be better, to be honest with you. So here we are jumping into the wash, and as always with a very dirty car, you need to ensure that you do a swirl. Now some people will state that swirls don't really do much, and they won't improve the look of your vehicle much at all. Their only reason is to get rid of that loose dirt, which you can see in this slow-mo here. It does take dirt away. It leaves a lot of dirt behind, it always does. But you are going to touch this vehicle's paintwork soon. And I'm not saying that you need to be detailing the vehicle or protecting the vehicle as a sort of daily driver to the extent that some people do, but you do need to ensure that you are not going to cause damage to the paintwork. And some of the grit and some of the tar and the nasty stuff that you will have on the vehicle, it will cause damage to the paint. So a thorough swirl is absolutely necessary, even if it doesn't look like it's doing anything. So now we're onto the snow foam, a lot of people's favourite part of washing a car. Now snow foam is all fun and games, and it does look great on these fantastic little slow-mo shots I'm taking here, but there is a really good reason for snow foam, of which I have explained in other videos. Snow foam is a way to soak your car. Now if you have dirty dishes from the night before that have got hardened food on them, most often you are going to leave them to soak in the sink, so that you can loosen and soften the grub and dirt that's on that plate or this dish. This is what you're doing with the car. The car can't be dunked into a big sink for 30 minutes. So you use this foam, and whilst smelling nice, it's actually a thick foam for a reason. It is to adhere to the paintwork so that you can soak the vehicle and soften that grime and that dirt that is attached to the car. Now, I will admit it won't clean the car perfectly. Even after swirling off the snow foam, you will find that there is dirt left behind, but it will just soften more of it up. It will make it less likely to damage your paintwork when you do touch the vehicle. There's a reason I haven't touched the vehicle up until this point on all that I've done thus far, and it's because you need to protect that paintwork. Now you're not going to be detailing, you're not on the level of people that are detailing, but washing your own car should be something you should take pride in, to the point where you are doing everything you can to protect that bodywork, that paintwork of the vehicle. It's never going to be showroom, and most people that wash their cars from home will never get showroom finishes. You can get close, some people will get really good and go into professional, but generally speaking, you're trying to get this car to look better than 95% of people on the road, that other 5% of the people that use professionals. So here we are now with my little detailing brush. It's not an expensive brush. In fact, most of my products are from a company called Easy Car Care. They provide all my shampoos, all my snow foams, everything. I'll put a link to their website in the description below. They've often got some fantastic deals on, so even if you just sign up to start getting their emails for their deals, worth it, definitely worth it. Now what I am doing here, and this is a necessity for me now, is using a small little detail brush, and I'm using some all-purpose cleaner. Now this all-purpose cleaner again is from Easy Car Care, and it's mixed at 4 to 1 at the moment, which is a tad strong, I will admit. It's a bit of an overkill in this situation. Ideally you want to use it at 20 to 1 mixture, possibly 10 to 1 if it's got some really nasty stubborn grime on the vehicle. I'm using it to 4 to 1 at the moment because I just don't like the salts of the road from the gritters and the snow and the rain and everything that comes with it. So I want to make sure I'm getting it all off the vehicle, because that's the type of stuff that will damage the vehicle. And all I'm doing here is anywhere I can't physically fit my finger, I am going to rub it down with this brush. The brush bristles are going to get into all the gaps, into all the crevices. There's nothing worse than when you've washed the car later on and you're rinsing it all out, and as your jet wash hits a certain crevice, a load of dirt will fly out. It's just dirting the car back up. And it's the best way to clean these crevices. You're not going to get your fingers in there, you're not going to get wash mitts in there, so you may as well use this little tool. And I promise you, the first time you do this, it will shock you the amount of dirt that gets stored in the crevices. So here I am now moving on to the wheels. We start with the tyre of the wheel. I use a actual tyre brush. It's a contoured hard bristle brush to clean the actual rubber of the tyre. A lot of people forget to actually clean the tyre itself, but the tyre actually one of those parts of the vehicle that it shows up as dirty after you've washed a car, and it can let a good car wash down. So people forget to do that, but definitely don't, and these tyre brushes are great. I then use just your standard alloy wheel barrel cleaner, which is a longer brush that you put through the spokes of the wheel to clean the barrel itself. I then use one of my little detailing brushes to get into all the nooks and crannies of the alloy and the bits that you're not going to be able to get to with your fingers. Things like the nuts and the corners of certain spokes. Sponge, which is it's like a soft sponge-like material, but it's got microfibers around it. Of course, the number one rule is do not use an actual sponge on your vehicle. That is probably the biggest no-no for washing your own vehicle. Now, as you can see here, the vehicle is looking a bit weird. There's still so much dirt on the vehicle, but as you can see, all the crevices, all the wheels are now clean, because this is the part where you're going to actually contact wash your vehicle. You are going to get the wash mitts onto the paintwork. Now, I'm not one of these that believes in the 2-bucket method, to be quite honest with you. We're not detailers, and anything that we're going to avoid dragging onto the paintwork by using 2-bucket methods and grit guards is minimalistic at best, because the dirt's already on the paintwork. You're already moving it around with the mitts anyway. Just give them a good swirl when you put them back in the bucket. That is more than enough for your general daily washing. I assure you, and I know that sounds contrary, because everybody that watches these videos will know that they've come across people absolutely shouting from the rooftop that you must use 2 buckets, you must have a swirl bucket, you must have a soap bucket. No, I don't believe it in the slightest. I've been washing my cars this way for years, and I don't cause any further problems to the paintwork by not having a swirl bucket, so to speak. The amount of dirt that's left on the paintwork at this point, you're going to drag it around whether you swirl the mitts off or not before touching the paintwork. They're minimalistic. Now, if you're into detailing and you're doing hypercars and you're touching up vehicles that have got very soft paint, things like that, then maybe it can help, but that's not what we're doing here. We're just trying to wash the vehicle. We're just getting the dirt off the vehicle. It's the only time we're going to touch the vehicle while it's still dirty, and we have done everything we can thus far to ensure that the vehicle is not going to have so much dirt on there. So just go around, you work from top to bottom, you ensure that you work from top to bottom. Don't be dragging dirt back up from the bottom, because then that's when you should be doing a swirl bucket, because you're not helping yourself there. But yeah, just work from top to bottom, work around the vehicle, go around it twice, do the top half of the vehicle, then the bottom half of the vehicle, and I assure you that the amount that you can save by having a second swirl bucket is minimalistic at best. You won't notice a difference, especially if you're going to go into your own hand polishing and protecting the paintwork, which I'm sure most of you will if you're watching this anyway. So I really wouldn't worry about having the 2 buckets. If you wish to, it won't hurt. I never say don't do it, I just don't believe it's necessary. But once you've done that, you're going to give the car a good swirl, which we've already done here. And then this is the biggest tip I can give anybody. and it's get a really good drying towel. This one here is called the H20 or something like that. It's again from Easy Car Care, and this towel, it's heavy. It's a heavy towel, and when you put it on the paintwork, it quite literally just absorbs everything. You're not wiping it around the paintwork, it is just lifting the water off the paintwork. It's magical to watch, and honest to God, it is the one thing I recommend everyone spend a little bit extra on, is getting a good decent towel. Yet this towel might be £14-15, and you might think, why am I spending £15 on a towel? I wouldn't even do that for my own body. I assure you it will quarter the amount of time that it takes for you to dry your vehicle, and it will be a better job at the end of it as well. But that's pretty much it. I mean, on this case, this was just a spruce up wash, so there's not much more to it. I will add more information as we go along. Now I've got the drive, it's going to be better for making videos, and I do want to start making a thing of this. I want to start helping people wash their cars better, and hopefully this does help you. And those that are watching this, they hopefully are people like me. They're never going to be professional detailers, but they want their car to look clean and be the best it can be as a home user. And I don't expect you to go out and spend hundreds of pounds on products. Just do what you can. Take bits from this if you may, and in the end your car is going to thank you for it. And just to finish this off, just a little bit of a time lapse of the entire process of me washing and recording the video, and I hope you enjoyed this. Again, it's another small one. I will get into this more in the future. Having the driveway now will help me doing that. But all in all, I do hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you all soon.